And Rabbi Avram is now going to tell us the secret. In other words, Rabbi Avram brought us up from understanding there's the people who don't think at all, and they're just like monkeys. Then there's the people who think, but that thinking causes them, other Rabbi, brings them to a level of kfira, because they're not looking with a vision of Torah, they're not looking with the eyes of the Torah to try and find HaKadosh Baruch Hu within nature. Other Rabbi, they try and see, nature works on its own, and even if they believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created it, it brings them to a level of kfira because they won't believe in Hashgacha Pratis. But then there are the people who look at nature with this boinunus, like the Rabbi Nebachi said, like the Rambam said. Then they try and see HaKadosh Baruch Hu, other Rabbi, with the Koyach HaTorah, they will reach much higher levels of Chachma. V'lachein, however, the secret is, says Rabbi Avram, Kulam Tluim be'ila Rishonis ilas kala ilas. They have something that is keeping them on track, and that is Tzuroi Elam Baruch Shemoy. Their realization and internalization of Hashem's existence and Hashem's Hashgacha, that's their main focus. And with that, they try and look into nature. They know for a fact that everything that happens in this world is only by His will. And this is the fact that stands in front of them at every moment. They won't waver from that fact, not when some scientific study comes up, and they won't get shocked by the philosophy of Aristotle or other philosophers or other scientific studies, and at the same time they won't get lost when someone tells them that if you do that certain ishtadlus, you're going to get rich and so forth. And they won't get lost when people tell them that only through that intermediary can you get healed, or only through that intermediary can you get rich. They will never lose themselves because they have one thing clear in front of their eyes. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the only one who makes anything happen in this world. And what's incredible here is that Rabbi Avram says that all the people who ever chas v'shalom say, you know what, this person, you can only get better if you go use that medication, or if you go to that doctor, if you do that surgery, and so forth. That is purely philosophy of Aristotle. Rahmanu litzlan, it's purely kfira. And indeed we see that. We see one time someone came to the Chazon Ish Bacha, as we know many people came to ask medical questions, and he asked the Chazon Ish if he should do a certain surgery, and the Chazon Ish said yes. And then the Bacha asked the Chazon Ish if he can talk to him in learning. And they spoke for a few minutes, and the Chazon Ish saw that this Bacha knew what he was talking. He knew he was a Ben Torah. So as he was leaving, Chazon Ish told him, don't do the surgery. And the Bacha was like, I'll do whatever the Rebbe says, but why? So the Chazon Ish told him, I didn't know you were a Ben Torah. A Ben Torah is it's a different world. What does that mean? That means that by the Chazon Ish it was clear. This fact that Ishtadlus means nothing. The idea that a refuah has to come through a surgery was absolutely irrelevant by the Chazon Ish. He knew on the one hand there is a olam hatava, there's certain Ishtadlus, and it seemed to be that situation he should do surgery. But wait a second, so he's a Ben Torah. This will remove him from learning, this will remove him from having energy to learn and to sit in his medrash and learn. Then that intermediary didn't come in at all. There was no question here, and this is what the Rabbi Avram is telling us. When someone has that fact, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's will is the only thing that matters, when someone has that fact in front of his eyes, like he says, they never remove that factor from in front of their eyes, then nothing can move them. Have a wonderful day.